Air use. Daily reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. November 22nd. Only 2 sins. There are only 2 sins. The first is to interfere with the growth of another human being, and the second is to interfere with one's own growth. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 542, 3rd edition. Happiness is such an elusive state. How often do my prayers for others involve hidden prayers for my own agenda? How often is my search for happiness a boulder in the path of growth for another or even myself? Seeking growth through humility and acceptance brings things that appear to be anything but good, wholesome, and vital. Yet in looking back, I can see that pain, struggle, and setbacks have all contributed eventually to serenity through growth in the program. I ask my higher power to help me not cause another's lack of growth today, or my own. Courage to change one day at a time in Al-Anon. November 22nd. Al-Anon is a spiritual recovery program. The word recovery implies that we are regaining something we once possessed but have lost or set aside. In the confusion of living with active drinkers, I lost track of my spirit. Life was a survival game, a daily grind of fear and hard work. No matter what I tried, nothing seemed to help. Perhaps that's because I was trying to do it all by myself. In Al-Anon, I have come to know that I have a resource within me and all around me that can guide me through the most overwhelming fears and the most challenging decisions. A higher power, regardless of how I define that higher power, it is real to me and has always been here for me. I am so grateful to have recovered that connection to my spirituality, for in doing so, I have regained an essential part of myself. As a result, today my life has a sense of purpose that makes each moment a precious gift. Today's reminder: I am a spiritual creature capable of faith, hope, and an appreciation of beauty. I have an unlimited source of strength and comfort at my disposal. Today, I will take the time to cultivate that spiritual connection. There is a quote from Francis D. Sales, and it reads, "Half an hour's meditation is essential except when you are very busy. Then a full hour is needed." Just for today, daily meditations for recovering addicts. November 22nd. Foundation first. As we begin to function in society, our creative freedom helps us sort our priorities and do the basic things first. Basic text, page 86. No sooner do we get clean than some of us begin putting other priorities ahead of our recovery. Careers, families, relationships. All these are part of the life we find once we've laid the foundation of our recovery. But We can't build a stable life for ourselves before we do the hard, basic work of laying our recovery foundation. Like a house built on sand, such a life will be shaky at best. Before we begin putting all our attention to rebuilding the detailed framework of our lives, we need to lay our foundation. We acknowledge first that we don't yet have a foundation, that our addiction has made our lives utterly unmanageable. Then, with the help of our sponsor and our home group, we find faith in a power strong enough to help us prepare the ground of our new lives. We clear the wreckage from the site upon which we will build our future. Finally, we develop a deep working familiarity with the principles we will practice in our continuing affairs. Honest self-examination, reliance upon our higher power's guidance, and strength and service to others. Once our foundation is prepared, then we can go full steam ahead to put our new lives together. But first, we must ask ourselves if our foundation is secure. For without our foundation, nothing we build can stand for long. Just for today, I will take care to lay a secure foundation for my recovery. Upon such a foundation, I can build for a lifetime in recovery. Today, Emotions Anonymous, November 22nd. Reflection for today. Sometimes when I live my life in the way necessary for me to maintain my wellness, I meet with other people's disapproval. At this time, it is necessary for me to find out if I am harming anyone. If not, I can quietly go about my business and continue to grow without their approval. I know it is natural for me to want approval from my loved ones, but I must remember it is unhealthy for me to need and rely on approval like an addiction. Meditation for today. May I have the courage to continue to grow independently of others' opinions. Today I will remember, when I need others' approval before I can approve of myself, it is a reflection of my low self-esteem. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. November 22nd. Trait 13. Alcoholism is a family disease, and we became para-alcoholics, codependent, and took on the characteristics of that disease even though we did not pick up the drink. BRB, page 588. We felt like we were stark, raving mad. We couldn't see what was happening to ourselves because we were so focused on controlling others and feeling their feelings for them. Or maybe we tried to shut others down because we didn't want to see or hear anything about feelings that would make us uncomfortable. It was a never-ending cycle of abandonment of ourselves and our inner child. But we were used to it. We didn't know any better. Then one day we found ACA. Slowly we learned to let ourselves be present in the moment. It wasn't easy. We watched as our sponsors and others with more emotional sobriety modeled what change looked like. We soaked it up. It was the best education we ever had. better than anything we learned or could have learned in school. We found something that could truly transform the world. As we let go of our grandiosity, we saw that we could change ourselves if we were willing. We finally began to understand and believe that we were powerless over others and the choices they made. It was a great relief. The affirmation reads, "On this day, I will keep my side of the street clean and let others take care of themselves. I will shun attempts to pull me back into that never-ending cycle of dysfunction I came from." Please like, share, subscribe, and remember that you are not alone, one day at a time.